Wait, is this
Yeah.
this is the
Wait.
game where I need to take a screen grab of something I submitted?
Yes.
Or
How do
write
I
it
do
down,
that on
or-
this map?
Or
write
simply
things down.
remember
Or
things.
is there a link to a form somewhere?
There is
like-
a
Yeah,
link
wait.
to the form.
Or the
It's in the chat. I can also put it in Slack.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
put
what
it-
that
the
link
Zoom chat's
is.
fine. Okay, I was ignoring the Zoom chat.
Yeah, you
entirely
didn't
as I
click
was
on
opening
click on strange links. That's fine.
That's so weird.
No strange
This is-
links from some guy
Wow.
named Tony.
This is
I know
awesome.
Tony
though.
is
Back-
pretty.
Because I can
Everybody.
do actually normal computer things, and the thing is just happening in the background. So I love it.
Oh.
Huh.
That's great.
So why doesn't everybody put something in that form now just to test that
Just
form
to
works?
test it.
Just to test
Yeah.
it. Before
No reason.
Kathy and I start yelling at each other.
Great.
Yep.
I mean, if y'all don't yell at each other, I won't have gotten my money.
barely a
back,
game show.
so-
That's true.
All right. Hold on.
Lex gets
Oh,
the first
wow.
not points. Jason also gets some not points. These are an interesting insight into what do you put into a blank
I
form.
was thinking that too.
Yeah.
As-
Jason, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Okay. Erica is in.
Try
Hold on.
Command 4. I think we'll do a screen.
Wait, I have to
Oh.
write.
Yeah. Command Shift
Apples.
4. Or,
Yeah,
oh,
Apples.
wait.
Do it.
Command 4 by itself. That's a good idea. Can I submit
Command
another
3.
response?
That
you
opened
can.
up a different tab.
Oh.
So
You're on a
Command
demon
Shift.
Mac.
It's-
This is a
Just
Mac
take a bunch of
compatible,
screens.
I
It
think.
wouldn't let me just enter
so.
one thing.
Command
so-
Shift 4 didn't do anything. Command 4 opened my calendar tab on
What happens if you hold
Chrome.
down, Erica, you're on a Mac, right? The command
Yes.
button, the shift button, and 3.
That'll take the
Command
whole
Shift
screen.
3?
Yeah,
It
it might
did.
make a little photo
That-
clicking noise.
Command Shift
and
Yep.
Save the
That-
screen.
oh, it does
4
make
is
a
supposed
noise.
to make a little marquee kind
A
of
little
thing.
crosshairs.
Yeah.
After you do Command Shift
Four
4,
does-
if you don't want the noise, you have to
Okay.
drag a box over what you're going to draw. So it's Command Shift
Mhm.
4 and then drag a box over what you're taking.
Oh,
Oh, maybe that was the part I was
oh,
missing.
that could be.
Nope.
Mhm.
the dragging the
didn't work.
box.
Well,
Didn't
then
do
it's
anything.
probably something that Steven broke
Yeah,
in
Steven
your
probably
settings.
has all kinds of stuff set up weird.
So,
He's running,
All right,
he's
at least
running
I
like
can get
a,
the whole, if as long as I can get the entire screen, I will be
Yeah.
able to read it.
yeah.
Because I'm not taking time to write everything down. It would slow us a lot.
I'm gonna move this.
Oh,
Jason,
it's cute
one of
that
the
you think
things-
that speed
yeah.
or efficiency is anything in this
Mhm.
game.
Jason, are we live on the thing? I guess
Yes,
we
we're
don't
live
on
have
YouTube.
obvious.
Right now.
We're live
Yes.
on YouTube. Okay.
I messed
Monday
with that.
night.
You,
I messed
I don't
with
think
that.
that's how you-
I've
that
got-
is not
let's
how
see.
you say that. That's not how you verb that.
There's
I mastodoned it all over the place, Tony.
looking
Oh,
got
oh
that
my.
looking awesome. Love the new setup. It's great.
Oh, that's live chat feedback. Got it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh no, that Jason.
No,
Jason just
Jason
has-
is saying
Jason,
hello.
Hello,
pleased with
nerd.
the
Jason
But
has
that's
8
just
personalities,
Tony.
and they're all
Whatever.
small talk.
I can't even pay attention
Just
to all this
doing-
stuff. And
You know, I'm doing internet things here.
Jason
I
is
went
in
to-
editor mode.
I
He's just
spent the
reading
last
text
week
to us.
with YouTube game streamers, and I got like inspired.
Oh man.
Also, this is
Content
also we are
creators.
also we're yeah. So did Kathy, and also
I'm dim
we're
already.
streaming at a
Okay.
higher quality than we usually do. So I hope people
Mm.
really find that awesome as well.
know.
And this
I
may,
intend to ruin that
this may never
by
happen
being
again.
extremely low quality.
Okay.
I
look
like
great.
where Jason
will
was
be-
like, "Let's start the game," and then he's like, "Oh wait, I have to story to tell," and now I'll continue that by further interrupting. I just assume that YouTube game streamers, it's a little bit like hanging out with the people from Star Trek Lower Decks, where they're just shouting all the time.
No, I mean, okay. So I had to change planes
Hey,
in
guys.
Dallas.
That's how they started the conversation.
I had to change planes in Dallas to go to Memphis. So Memphis is where the event was. So in the Dallas gate, waiting for the flight to Memphis, these 4 people come up, and I'm like, those are totally YouTube streamers. And they totally were. So I was able to identify through their energy, enthusiasm, hair color, and tattoos that they were game streamers. And I was
Yeah.
right.
And
also,
the
they
purple
walked up
Twitch
to you and,
jacket.
"Hi guys,
Yeah.
subscribe
Like
to
and
my
subscribe.
Smash that button.
Subscribe.
Anyway,
Yeah.
and they all know who Dr. Lupo is. Ha ha!
Now we do too.
Now we
Thanks,
do
guys.
Is that-
Thanks,
is that-
Kathy.
Dr. Lupo, who
Sounds
we all
like
know.
a werewolf.
It does sound like a
Sounds
werewolf,
like a
right?
werewolf. I assume I went to
werewolf
a
or not.
millennial wedding over the weekend, so I too have been exposed to youth culture and didn't like it. There was a poetry slam in the middle of the ceremony.
Inspired me.
Anyway, let us.
I hung out with old people, so hi,
Yeah,
youngsters.
it
I'm
all
happy to be
averages
with
out.
you.
All right, how does this game
We are
work?
about to do. We are about to play the game Mind Meld, which is a game that we play on the internet as a podcast for people. You ever start an explanation of something and then just totally forget what you intended to talk about? Me
No.
neither.
No,
Nope.
definitely not.
That was our preamble to actually starting the episode because we're on a stream and that's a thing we do on
Recording.
Bootlegs / live stream. Our players
Recording.
all have a form for putting in their answers. Kathy definitely has access to that, and we have a score sheet where we're going to do stuff. We will do basically there will be 7 rounds of the game. I will choose the topic for the first round. Then you each get a chance to choose a topic, and then there will be a final round assigned to you with slightly different rules for the final round. As a general recap of how it works, you will be given some kind of category, and you need to provide 5 things that you think other people are going to say. Correctness does not matter. That's the first thing everyone asks about. And like spelling doesn't matter. Kathy will do some like sorting for comprehension and things like that. But all you are trying to do is say this. You're trying to meld minds with the other players by saying the same thing you think they're going to say.
Is that why it's
They are
called
also-
Mind Meld?
That is why it's called Mind
Isn't he
Meld.
smart? He's so
I
smart.
did not.
He's
name it.
almost
to winning
smart enough
already.
to be writing puzzles and things.
Mm.
Wow.
All right, let us do this thing. Is 8:36. My goal is that this will not run significantly past 9:36. Let's see how we do on that.
Good to have goals.
Yeah, goals. It's, if I didn't have goals, what would I
Goals
be
for dinner.
disappointed about? And everyone is absolutely definitely recording.
Recording.
Yes.
Recording.
All
Twice.
right.
Twice.
Jason, you're recording.
Overachievers.
You're not just streaming it to YouTube. You're also
I'm
recording.
Jason's
recording it
not
in so many
recording.
ways you would not even believe.
That seems
I would believe
probably unnecessary, but whatever. I'm not going to stop you. Where is my script about how this game works? I got it.
It's right there.
All right. Yeah.
It's right there
It's right there.
somewhere.
Welcome back to Mind Meld, one of the game shows we provide here on the Incomparable Network. I'm Tony Sindelar. I'll be your game master for today. Mind Meld, the only game show you are currently listening to at this exact moment in time. Probably. This is a game where I bring people together and try and get them to just think all the same because I'm all about conformity. That's just how I do it. But I don't do it alone. I bring along a scorekeeper, a confidant, an aide de camp, Kathy Campbell. Kathy, are you here?
I am here. I am here and ready to cause some chaos with minds that are melding.
Kathy, who are all those weird people standing in the wings behind you?
Oh yeah, you wanna meet these lovely people? First up, we have, of course, these are all in order of play, so pay attention, be ready. First up, just embracing astonishing novelty, we have Jean with us. Hi, Jean.
Hi, y'all. Good to be here again. I'm scared.
Next up, her sincere heart, engaging life's lively yearnings. It's Shelley. Hi, Shelley.
I will endeavor to be sincere at all times.
Excellent. The ever radiant, inspiring kinetic adventures, Erica.
I worked for 45 minutes this morning, decided to take a sick day, went back to sleep, and slept until the end of my workday. So that's either going to be terrible for this game or it's going to help me a lot. And I'm very excited to find out which.
Ooh, I am also very excited to find out. And I'm sure that this next person is also excited to find out. The joyful adventurer seeking opportunities and new experiences, Jason.
Sounds like me. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Jason. All right. And last, but by no
I'm
means
sorry
least.
for the X. I'm sorry.
Well, listen, the poor chat GPT had a really hard time. I tried to get something else, but you're getting what they sent me, which is the linguistic excellent experience. That's Lex.
That's me.
That is some
Happy to be here.
lazy, explosive xylophone work if I've ever seen it.
Exactly. Yes. So all of these introductions were provided by the one and only ChatGPT, who is not a sponsor of this show and does not have a theme song yet. So Tony, that's our people.
Well, it's great to have so many people coming back, whether you're new or returning to Mind Meld. This is the game where, uniqueness counts against you. I'm going to give you a category. You are going to try and give me things that you think other people will list in that category. You basically get points for the more things you get that match up with other people. You get bonus points if all of the words or phrases that you provide are a match, and you get extra bonus points if you do a perfect kind of match set of 5 with somebody else's match set of 5. So that's how it's going to work. I'm going to give you the category for round 1, and then you will have the chances to provide some category options for later things. But your very first category, you've got your handy web form ready. You're going to give us 5 options here. I want to know about cartoon shows. 5 cartoon shows, please. I have set a 1-minute timer. Do I enforce the time partially on this game? I do not.
Absolutely. Shh. Yes,
But Kathy
definitely.
does.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Because I
This
mean,
is the part of the episode where Kathy and I engage in banter to fill the void
banter,
that is
banter,
people. That's just great, Kathy. I can see that you're all here.
I am providing a service for you, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
I'm providing
Kathy
something.
will also be looking at the spreadsheet being generated of player responses while I distract her as she color codes answers to see
Indeed.
what matches what with what.
Indeed.
Our first set of answers are in from, well, I won't say who, but from
people. Yep.
Yeah, from people.
Interesting. All right. We're getting some good answers. Well, they're answers at least.
We are getting text in a form that is nobody has broken the form
Yet.
It has been 1 minute,
time.
so if I can get some answers from the last remaining person,
We need
that would
one
be
more.
one more.
Excellent.
All
me.
right. All answers are in. This is the most challenging part of the show where we ask people to remember things that they just typed into a form. This is the thing that historically people are really bad at. And if you're Lex, I was going to say if you're Glenn, but I was like, should I make fun of Glenn when he's not here? Yeah, I am. Glenn's
Yeah,
real
of course
bad.
you will.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same joy if he's not here to laugh at it.
We all
but,
appreciate you
listen.
reducing expectations,
Mm.
and I'm sure Glenn appreciates it most of all.
And we know that he's laughing at it wherever he is when
From-
he
Because
listens.
it
From a
comes
place
from
of-
a place of love.
a place of love.
That's what that
yeah,
is.
A place of love. Yeah, that's what it's like. That's what it means. That's just those are words you can say after
Yeah.
you're mean to a friend, and then save face.
He's laughing at it right now in heaven. No, Glenn's
I just
fine.
wanna
Glenn's
remind-
fine.
Jesus.
His bathroom is called heaven.
Okay,
I want to
I
remind
just- there
everyone
was
that Tony started this mockery by mentioning me. He intended to mock me.
True.
yeah.
Yes.
I want
Are
to
you
be really careful
distracted
here.
him somehow, Lex?
There was the whole thing where a lot of people thought Steve Lutz had died and he had not died, and so I want to be really careful
Yeah.
about false death announcements on the Incomparable Network. It's just we're not doing great this year, people.
Heaven is Glenn's
It is-
bathroom. That's all.
You gotta flip over that thing. It has been 0 days since we have falsely identified someone's death. All right, we are going to ask you to share what you thought other people were going to say for cartoons. We will do that in the order of play and then rotate in future rounds. Can I have both these tabs open at the same time? Sure, I can.
I
Gene,
believe in you.
yeah, Gene, what were you thinking of for cartoons?
I don't know what I was thinking, but here's what
Well,
I wrote.
Yeah, okay, that game's going to work a little
And
better this
also
way.
did not screenshot because I was stressed, which gave me extra stress trying to remember what I just wrote.
Aw.
Well,
but I did.
I have the list if you need help. So
I
Yes.
figured, but I
and,
thought I would
and
also.
order does not matter. Sequence does not
Okay.
matter, both in this stage of reading things and in any stage of the game.
Okay. Here are my answers. Bugs
All
Bunny.
right.
Star Trek Lower Decks.
A thing we
Um,
previously mentioned in this episode,
Indeed.
which
Referenced
is or
acknowledged.
possibly before the episode started, I'm not sure, and therefore imprinted on people's brains.
Hopefully. Scooby Doo,
Mm-hmm.
X-Men, and Avatar. The Last
Okay.
Airbender.
Yes,
I'll have to
I think you're covered. Kathy provides
Yes.
that as a service.
Indeed.
Shelley, were you able to think of 5 cartoons?
I was, and apparently imprintation only goes so far.
Yeah.
I have Flintstones, the Animaniacs, Jetsons, Star Trek Lower Decks. What's the other one I wrote? Wait a minute. Oh, I wrote the Flintstones, Animaniacs, Jetsons, Simpsons, Star Trek Lower Decks. Sorry, I wrote one
Yes.
twice and it's confusing myself. Apologies.
Okay. Nope, you got it. All classic shows. Erica, were you able to name 5 shows?
Thank goodness for Lower Decks, which was the first one that I put down. That I put He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Transformers, Thundercats, 'cause I'm old, and The Simpsons.
Okay, so far, bunch of points being given out for Star Trek Lower Decks, an important animated work that was recently mentioned in conversation.
I know how this game works. I've played before.
Yeah.
And therefore imprinted onto your little goldfish brains. And you're getting some points for Simpsons, which has been mentioned as well. Minor technical thing as we get Lex back.
Lex lost his internet.
Oh no, that's bad.
You better
Jason,
find
you're
it.
going to read your list in a second, and
Yep.
then hopefully Lex.
Oh.
You're back. You're back.
He's
Lex.
back.
I
We
hope.
have a Lex. Darn it.
goodness.
It didn't work.
I'm tethering now.
God.
We'll see how it goes.
Oh no.
Okay.
That always
The
works
internet's
so
out everywhere in
well.
the whole
I
neighborhood.
thought you just
Very
quit
excited.
Zoom because you were like sick of us.
He
Also
was
my
annoyed
thought.
that you were going to make him the new Glenn.
I could never quit you.
It's like I can feel it coming.
You know,
The
Jeff
glenning
Bezos
of Lex is going to happen.
Jeff Bezos' space company, actually, their rocket, their next rocket is called the New Glenn. And I'm never gonna not think of Lex now.
Appreciate that.
Jason, were you able to name some cartoons?
Yeah, I tried to scatter this over time, hoping I would get, unlike Erica, who
Didn't work
who
for
was
me.
saying I'm old. I'm much older than Erica. Anyway, The Simpsons, Family Guy, The Flintstones, Scooby Doo, and Rick and Morty.
Wow, I can really tell you hung out with some YouTube kids with your Rick and Morty references.
Subscribe.
Yeah. Yep,
Good
Pickle
time
Rick.
scattering, though.
All right, yeah, you did certainly covered a range of history. As you can imagine, you're gonna get some points for Simpsons, Flintstones, and aforementioned Scooby Doo. No points for Rick and Morty. This is not that kind of crowd,
No.
Jason, and no points for Family Guy. And that brings us finally around to Lex. Lex, were you able to come up with 5 cartoons that may or may not get you points?
I did. I came up with the Flintstones, the Simpsons, the Jetsons, Charlie Brown / Peanuts, and Futurama.
Very nice. So I'm seeing you're gonna get points for Flintstones and Simpsons as well as the Jetsons, but sadly no points for the Peanuts / Charlie Brown or Futurama, despite those being excellent choices.
Thank you so much.
So Kathy is collecting scores, adding things up. We now need to, Kathy, very important business here. The end of every round, Kathy and I have the ability to give you either chaos points, as well as sadly nobody got a meld or full meld for matching all 5 with somebody else, but that's okay. The game is early. Kathy, how you feeling about chaos points here?
Oh, goodness. I think I'm going to give a chaos point to Erica because Thundercats is an amazing television show that
Thundercats are go.
Our go also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Argo.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know what? Just gonna knock a point off of Jason for Rick and Morty. Not gonna explain why.
It's fine.
I think that does explain why you said
okay.
why you were moving the point for the particular answer, and I think we all know why that point.
It's for the
Well,
kids.
I suspect that is. I suspect that the accrual of points has affected the scores. Where do we stand at the end of round 1, Kathy?
All right, Jean has 5 points. Erica has 8. Jason has 8. Lex has 9, and Shelly has 11.
All right,
that
but not a huge range there. So
No.
anything could happen. Shelly, you did great. You did not get a full meld, but you, I believe, had the best.
Yep.
You got 4 out of 5 matches on your slate there. So, Jean, we're gonna go to you. You're gonna choose our next category from a exciting list of 2 things that I've prepared for you. Your choice is either countries or conspiracy theories.
Oh my God. So tempting, but there's no way I'm going with that conspiracy theories. So I'm going with countries.
Okay.
Okay.
I knew that you are
Countries.
a geography enthusiast. I was a little concerned about the amount of reconciliation that was going to be needed in terms of like, is this conspiracy theory the same as that conspiracy theory?
Right.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, a lot of conspiracy theories problematic.
Yes.
So,
Some reason.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, friends, you've got a minute. You've got the form. You've got to give us 5 countries. I'm not going to say anything about countries here because that would influence you. Yeah.
Let's talk about conspiracy theories, though.
Yeah.
Huh.
Do you have a favorite conspiracy theory that is not incredibly problematic, Kathy?
I do enjoy the conspiracy theory of the flat Earth that then has the comment of members all around the globe that like
yeah,
amuses me. Yeah, that's a good one. What about you, Tony?
I think I enjoy cryptozoology, but there's a slippery slope from people who enjoy cryptozoology to the like anti-science crowd. I prefer cryptozoology as like science isn't done yet. There are things we don't know yet, but it does seem unlikely that there's a lot of megafauna out there. The other conspiracy theory that I enjoy, which I feel like is relatively harmless, is there are people that think when they switched on the Large Hadron Collider, everybody, all of us, the whole Earth, switched into an alternate universe that is just slightly crappier than our main universe. And so they're like, and that is why COVID happened. That is why all of these things.
Yeah,
it's
that's why
because
the Cubs won the World
we're in
Series.
like the slightly worst like timeline
version of
now.
it. Yeah.
We're just
I mean,
we're in
what
like
would be the much worse timeline? Is
we're in universe B, and it's not great. And that's why
I'm so glad I didn't pick that because, man, all I know is Masonic, conspiracies to overthrow the Tsar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody was going to pick that.
Mm-hmm.
All
right. It has been a minute. Let us see. Do we have? It looks like people were very quick to come up with countries. So we're going to rotate the order. It's going to go Shelly, Erica, Jason, Lex, and Jean. I say that out loud in an attempt to get it right, since that is one of the things I'm very bad at in this game that we call Mind Meld. Shelly, were you able to come up with 5 countries? I know that you're an American, and therefore that's hard for us.
I know. Other countries, I mean, what's that all about?
Yeah.
I came up with USA with 3 exclamation points.
I'm familiar with that one.
Yeah, I've heard of that one too.
Yeah, that's a big one.
The UK/England, France, Germany, and Japan.
Okay. Any rhyme or reason to why these are your top 5 countries?
I was trying to meld with my fellow contestants. Is all I was thinking.
All right. Erica, how'd you do on countries? Remember, order doesn't count, except we will be judging you based on it.
Well, I forgot to take a screenshot, so I don't know if this is in order or if it's exactly right. We'll see. I put Canada first. I know that for sure.
Yeah, we know who you're the pocket of big Canada.
Yes.
Yep. And then I put the United States of America. Second. And then I put the UK. I did not put /England because I didn't want to make everybody in Wales and Scotland and Northern Ireland.
I
know. Really mad.
I was trying to cover my bases, and now I've just made everyone mad. I'm sorry, Scotland and Ireland and anybody else who might be offended.
Ireland is newly offended.
Who is rightfully
offended now?
Ireland. Guy. Oh God, now we have to order.
Wow.
I for a moment I had Germany and France, and I wish I would have left it, but I was like, no, I'm changing Germany to Japan. I don't know why. I was sort of thinking like where places I'd like to go, and I was like, I'd like to go to Japan, and unfortunately I should have left it because then I would have had a much better meld.
Yes.
Well, I think you did pretty good. Let me just check. Kathy, as scorekeeper, arbiter, and person who's going to take all the political heat on this. How are we dealing? How are we dealing with the whole United Kingdom versus England, based on user responses that we've gotten? That is not our fault.
based on the data that has been provided by our players, I am lumping.
And just to be clear, our players, nice people, but most of them Americans. Let's be honest. Like just you know.
And I feel like this game provides the opportunity to try and expand your answer to cover as many bases.
No, it's really
possible.
about converging.
Yeah. So I am. They are matched. They are the same thing. Please don't hate me.
I mean, as an American, I'm trying to take up as much space as I possibly can because that's what we do.
You know,
So
I would just like to say,
England.
you know, looking at the data that Kathy has matched together here, the ways that this was represented included a person who didn't even leave a space between UK and England, and so on. So like we're, you know, yeah.
And one that wrote out slash.
I was not going to throw that person under the bus, but yes.
I just made a slash. I didn't write it.
All right, let's move on. Jason, were you able to come up with 5 countries?
Oh, sure. I did Paraguay, Madagascar, Namibia, East.
No one likes Jason.
I did the U.S., Canada, Mexico. I think the UK and China. Is that it? I didn't take a screenshot, so I had to run it down later.
That is not accurate at all.
Russia.
Russia and China.
Yeah. Okay, I changed the UK at the last second to Russia instead. I'm thinking globally. Thinking Security Council.
Just putting down a Glenn point here for Jason.
Yep. Well.
So yeah, very North American centric list here.
Yep. NAFTA.
People love the screenshot discussions on this audio podcast.
I figure at the very least I should cover all the countries that are contained in this episode. In terms of the panel.
Jason, just so you know, I know you're new to Apple computers. You can do Apple Shift 3 if you get the whole screen, or Apple Shift 4 will give you that little reticle and you can do part of the screen.
And if you hold down the control key, it'll put it on the clipboard. So there's a tip for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And Stephen will edit all that out. That brings.
I'm just saying, I picked Canada because we're on the podcast with someone from Canada, so it would be very silly not to include Canada in your list.
Not to do Canada.
People have already picked their things. You can't influence them anymore. Lex, how are you doing over there?
I listed Canada 5 times. No,
favorite.
I have USA, Mexico, Canada, United Kingdom / England because I wanted to match people who wrote exactly that, and France, which I don't think anybody has said.
France.
Well, Erica has. Actually, people have said France. I was trying to keep track of what has been announced so far and what is not. Well, Lex, I can tell you that actually, Shelley and Erica have mentioned France, so you are looking real good. This is a good slate of stuff.
I mean, your points, your scores are looking real good. I'm just gonna kind of preface that.
I know it was a bad haircut, Kathy. I understand. Grows back.
It is growing in okay. I was so worried about you for like a week. Yeah. I know how you make your money. All right, let's go over to Jean. Jean, can you close us out with your list of 5 countries?
Yes. USA, Canada.
Yeah, popular.
Mexico, England. No, nothing. No slash. No.
Most accurate. Most accurate right there. Most accurate.
Yes.
Yes. And I was really fishing for one more and thinking, who do we know? And I put New Zealand down because we know New Zealand people.
We do know people from New Zealand. Some of us have been to New Zealand. Some people believe that it is a country. There's a lot you can say about New Zealand. That
it definitely exists.
It's right down there by the ice wall on the flat Earth, Tony.
Yeah. All right. So, exciting news. This was a high scoring round for people. Erica and Lex get melds. Everything that Erica and Lex listed was something that somebody else listed. No one got a full meld, which is that your slate immediately matched somebody else. But I believe Erica and Lex each get 3 points as a bonus for their melds. You have those in there already, or okay? I wasn't sure how that. Got it. You got it. All right. And now
remember how many points they were, so I was waiting for you to tell him before I put them.
I was mainly worried I was going to say the wrong thing. No. It's 3 points for a meld, and I believe it's
5
total. not 5 on top of the 3, 5 total for a full meld. All right. Yeah, we've run this game 7 times before, Kathy. You and I know stuff. We've definitely never made math errors or been inconsistent about things.
What? Who would do that?
No. Well, it now is time to assign chaos points, which can either be a +1 or a -1. Already gave Jason -1 last round for Rick and Morty. Kind of want to give him another -1 for forgetting to take a screenshot, but that feels unkind. Kathy, how do you feel about
You said a Glenn
points?
point. I assume that's a positive point, maybe even 10 points.
And yet.
I am going to give Shelley -1 points for not saying Canada in honor of our Canadians. So
wow.
I mean, fair. I can't
the
argue
one
with
person
that.
to not mention Canada.
Right.
Yeah.
On behalf of Canada, I am sorry.
I was going to say I'm not allowed to say I'm sorry because I'm from America. So,
do it.
Let's see here.
Do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
Give Jason one more negative point.
I'm just running a video at the same time.
You know what? I just remembered to give Jason a positive point for running the stream. It's really
I hate when you mistype that.
Yeah, it's just and obviously it's important that we spend as much time as possible on these chaos points because they have such a huge impact on this at the end of the game. Kathy,
I think everybody should give me a point for not picking conspiracy theories.
That's what they want you to do.
Yeah. Seems like a conspiracy theory right there.
Yeah. Shelley, you gotta. I mean, Gene, which water were you drinking that made you think that way? So,
was it fluoridated
or not fluoridated? That's how they get you. Kathy, can we get an update on those scores?
Absolutely. They have definitely increased.
That is what they do every round.
Happens.
No matter how hard we try.
Gene and Jason are tied with 21 points. Shelley has 24. Erica has 28. And Lex has a resounding 30 points.
Lex has jumped into the lead with 30 points. So this is very tumultuous here. Anything could happen. That are things that you say between rounds on a game show, regardless of the accuracy of those statements. Erica, we are over to you. That is not accurate. Nope. Shelley is next in the order. Shelley, we are over to you. You're going to choose our next round. Your options are ice cream flavors or Icelandic things.
Oh man. I will take ice cream flavors, Alex.
Okay. I will remind people that any strategy to picking the rounds is unclear so far in the history of Mind Meld. If you pick, ideally probably don't pick something that you can't list 5 of because you'll have a hard time. But I put a minute on the clock and you are giving us 5 ice cream flavors that you think other people are also going to identify. That's ice cream flavors. I just wrote in the notes ice cream, but I feel like I probably meant flavors, right, Kathy? That seems reasonable.
Yeah, that seems accurate because I feel like ice cream might be a little bit more difficult. You could do like
forms,
dairy free, or like ice cone versus cup versus popsicles. Notice that I'm not mentioning the other
flavors. Yeah, good choice.
The other
ice
topic
cream
option because milk, I can't.
Malt,
frozen yogurt,
shave ice.
Kathy, can you name
frozen
anything
custard?
About Iceland? I realized that I mainly thought they would struggle with naming things at Iceland, and I did not think about the scenario in which I have to say something. We have to,
for
30 seconds.
I wonder, aren't there fjords in Iceland?
Oh, I think you're thinking of Norway.
Okay, then. I know that, Icelandic horses, they have very fuzzy feet.
Horses?
Okay. I will say that they kind of phoned it in on the name.
Right. I'm sure there's probably a name of them, a different actual name, but I am not sure what that would be.
Volcanoes?
Okay. Yep.
Vikings?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bjork? Isn't she an Icelandic
Bjork,
thing?
yeah.
Wow.
Aurora?
She's a person.
She is a person.
Sorry, Bjork.
Thank you.
Don't mean to diminish your personhood, Bjork.
My friends Chris and Kat's wedding. They got married there.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Excellent.
Yeah.
See?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this episode brought to you by Erica's friends, whose names she just said. All right, Lex, in his technical difficulties, has texted me his answers. I am now putting them manually.
Oh, they're already manually in there.
Oh, okay.
I already did that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He texted you too. Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, wow.
Did you know you could text multiple people at the same time?
Why would you even do that?
So one of you is for scoring and one of you is for the screinshot, I guess, in case he doesn't get back. So you can
maybe.
Yeah. All right. So I think we have our answers. I'm really good at keeping all these tabs open, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So Shelly chose the answers. Shelly chose the category. So Erica is going to read first. Erica, were you able to draw from your wealth of life experiences and identify 5 ice cream flavors?
I know so many ice cream flavors, but my brain is not working today, so my answers do not reflect that. I put Rocky Road, vanilla, chocolate, Neapolitan, and strawberry.
Okay, classic ice cream flavors. I'll be honest, I feel like that is probably where I would have gone pretty quickly as well. Jason, were you able to name 5 ice cream flavors?
I did, and I did consider Neapolitan, and then pondered the philosophy of the fact that it is itself 3 ice cream flavors.
Makes you think.
It does. I put them all, chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, as well as Rocky Road and mint chip. I don't know if anybody's going to pick mint chip, but it's my favorite flavor, so I did.
Well, I thought of it. I would have put it down instead of one of them.
Lex. Oh my gosh, there's multiple Lexes in the Zoom now. This is probably working great for Jason's stream of everything.
Is there another Lex? I have to
hold on. Hear about 30% of what we're saying.
I apologize, Lex. Hold on one second.
It's my fault, not yours.
Jason's doing something.
I'm holding for the video stream. I have to call on multiple devices, which is bad because
that's a great use of your internet.
More internet.
All right,
I'm just trying to get one.
I've updated Lex's circle to be Lex again.
All right, and that's important.
Well,
Lex, were you able to name 5?
Am I the first person ever to submit answers via iMessage instead of via the forum?
Yes. Yes.
My answers were the following: chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, cookies and cream, and cookie dough.
I just want to say, Lex, I think that is, that may not be the most point scoring list, but that's like a really good list.
That is a very good list.
Does not actually count for anything in this game. Yeah, but that's, the judges, they like what they see. They're still judging you harshly, but, you have to respect. Jean, how'd you do on ice creams?
I think I did okay. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, mint chocolate chip, which was my favorite flavor when I was a kid.
Big head nod from Jason on that. Yep.
Pistachio, which I knew nobody else was going to pick, or I was pretty sure. But
you had to be true to yourself.
It was the only one I could think of. Like, I should have put Rocky Road, but I don't like it, so it would just my hand wouldn't write the words.
I don't like it either, but I typed it fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna consult Lex. A dangerous choice given his technical setup. Wow. Lex, Rocky Road, better ice cream flavor or better song?
I heard many of the words of your question from me, and I think it referenced the song "I Love Rocky Road" by Real Yankovic, but I don't know.
Okay. That was what we're gonna do. And Shelly, did we start with you or are we ending with you? I think we're ending with
me,
Shelly. Shelly, we're ending with you. You chose this category, I say, remembering how my own game works. How did it work out for you?
It worked out great. Here are the following Icelandic conspiracy theories. No, I chose chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, Rocky Road, and Neapolitan, and I did not give a nod to my favorite flavor, which is coffee ice cream, and that made me feel sad, but then I remembered what the game is about, so that's what I picked.
The game is not about your own happiness, people. It's about giving up who you are to win.
We would have melded in either case, Erica.
Yeah. Well, another big high-scoring round here. I see Shelley, you got everything you said, something somebody else said. Erica continuing to rack up points, everything you said. And Jason, your first meld of the game, I believe.
Yes.
Kathy, did anyone get a full meld? This is the thing I have
No.
a hard time assessing.
They did not.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, there's... Wait, is that true?
I'm fairly certain because...
No, I think aren't Shelley and Erica the same?
and I had a full
Nope.
meld.
Did you pick Neapolitan?
Yes,
I did.
You're right. The strawberry was in the wrong location.
The order doesn't
The
matter.
chocolate, like the order doesn't matter, but it
know.
matters for my brain.
It matters
to
for
you,
our
for your
brains.
brain.
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, those look similar. Are they the same? I can figure this out if I stare at this for
One
a
of these
solid
things
2
might
minutes.
be like the other.
You know.
Oh goodness.
All
Yes.
right.
I'm
So
gonna
that
try
is
and switch
exciting.
back to my real internet. So this
Ooh.
disconnect might be for good reasons. We'll see.
Awesome.
Fingers crossed.
All right. Wow. Big rounds for Shelley and Erica getting the full meld points. Jason's gonna get some meld points. Time to assign some chaos points, Kathy. I feel like I was subtracting points from people a lot there, except for that one point that I then unsubtracted from Jason under pressure. I'm gonna give Lex a point because he listed cookie dough. That is my go-to ice cream flavor. Like, I feel like cookie dough ice cream, you can always count on that. So I'm giving a point to Lex.
Yeah.
How do you feel about points here?
I am doing something similar in that I'm giving Jean 1 point because pistachio is my favorite ice cream flavor.
Oh, wow. That's right. Knowing the things that the people who run
Playing
this
the
game
scorekeeper, I see.
gets you a point, which is considerably less than you get for matching with the other.
Right. But
So
my
it's-
points are glittery and full of joy. So
It's a consolation point, if you will.
indeed.
Kathy, score update.
Indeed. Once again, the scores have increased significantly this time. Jean has 39 points. Jason has 44. Lex has 46. Shelley has 49. And Erica is in the lead with 51 points.
Wow.
I feel like this lead keeps swapping
But what
a
is
lot.
that
It
in
keeps swapping.
American points?
46.
49.999.
No, I have a third more in Canadian.
This is exciting. Usually one person gets the lead and they just keep it forever. But you all keep picking high scoring categories. And speaking of picking categories, Erica, you will pick the next category. Your choices are robots or rom-coms.
Oh boy, let's go
Rom-coms is short for romantic comedies for people unfamiliar with that term.
Robot or rom-com.
All right. Erica, you said rom-com? We're going rom-coms?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We need 5 romantic comedies, people. Kathy and I will talk about robots for 1 minute.
Oof. Well, I talk about robots for 45 minutes with my
Roboism.
friend Alex Cox, and we are recording on Thursday. And boy, howdy, do we have a lot to talk about? But I'm not going to talk about it
Big
here.
weekend robots.
Big weekend robots.
Huge week.
But let's talk about Sparkles, the Boston Dynamics robot, who is freaking adorable, and I just want to boop the snoot so badly.
I will say, living in vicinity to Boston Dynamics and the robots that may sometime crush our skulls is, it's not something I don't think about. I'm just going to say that. I mean, they are not far from my house and those robots are fast. They will be.
But they're not the firefighting, flamethrowing
I'm just saying,
robots in your area, so that's good.
I will be dead before I have a chance to pack my car, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And in a way, there's a certain solace in that. So.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
that definitely.
No, I'm a real hope I die in the first 20 seconds of the zombie movie kind of guy. That's me.
Yeah.
Well,
I can see that. I can see that happening.
So far, only Lex has submitted answers for romantic comedies, which makes sense to me.
But I'm having some technical problems with the trackpad on this.
So Lex is here, but he has passed off his technical
Lex,
problems to everyone else.
Sorry about
Lex,
that.
who, as far as I know, does not even have internet, but was just thinking about us.
My son was going to bed, and he's like, I can't set my alarm without
no.
the internet.
That is not true.
It's true for him because he uses
What?
an echo device for his alarm, and he tells it when to wake him up.
Okay.
I think, it may be time. I guess. Wow, it may be time to make that kid survive for 3 days in the woods. See what happens. Send him out.
Liam uses 4 different alarms, and that is true. That is not hyperbole.
Okay.
Liam is not
Just
a
give
strong
that kid
waker. He's a strong sleeper.
Give that kid an egg and a match and see what happens. All right. I have questions about some of these things, but rom-coms is not my my forte. So I think we're all going to learn something either about the category or about each other. I think I lost track of time, so let's just assume that a minute has passed. This is all a highly refined machine here. Answers are in. We are going to start with Jason. Jason, were you able to name 5 rom-coms?
No. As will become apparent as I go. I really struggled. I tried to think of the definition of a rom-com, and I decided it needs to have Tom Hanks or Meg Ryan, or Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, or maybe John Cusack. Anyway, I picked. Oh, I could have picked Say Anything. That would have been a good one. Anyway, When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah, really would have.
When Harry Met Sally, You've Got Mail. Serendipity, which is another John Cusack. I couldn't come up with the other one. Sleepless in Seattle. And because it's a Christmas movie, maybe it's a romantic comedy too, I said Die Hard.
That is an interesting strategy. We will see how that works out for you, Jason.
It was that Die Hard replaced an entry which was the one with the old people. I don't even know what that is.
The Notebook.
Are you thinking of Up?
No, nor is it
could be
Cocoon.
The Notebook.
Cocoon?
I think it's that recent one with like Jane Fonda and they all fall in love with. It's the 80 for Brady. That's
Brady
it.
at 80.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
Brady something.
I don't think that's a rom-com.
It is.
No,
It's totally
I
a
don't think so
rom-com.
either.
Is it?
Is Tom
my
Hanks
knowledge
in
of it is only.
No.
Okay, Lex can definitively. My knowledge of it is only via mentions of it on
In the Flophouse,
but I am 99% certain that it is not a romantic.
Or is it the
comedy.
one where they go to Italy with Jane Fonda?
Okay, we are done talking about things that you think are
Die Hard.
rom-coms that are not
Die
I
Hard.
just came up with another one I
because
should have
I
chosen.
can feel myself getting less knowledgeable about this topic. All right, Gene, I believe that you are going to be better at this.
It's me next. It's me next.
Nope. It's Lex.
Lex, I believe that you're going to be better
It's
at
me,
that.
Glenn.
It's you, Lex.
I defer to Kathy because I have Die Hard with a Vengeance. I don't know if that's. I'm just kidding. I have When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, You've Got Mail, and then I didn't know what I was going to do for the 4th. And then Tony said, Kathy said something was big, and Tony said huge, and so that immediately gave me Pretty Woman vibes. So I went with Pretty Woman from when she says big mistake, huge. And then I also did for my 5th. I was struggling, and I went with He's Just Not That Into You, which I think is romantic eventually.
Yeah, that's a rom-com.
5 movies
Things
I
I hate
have
about you.
never
That's
seen.
another one that I just remembered. Great.
I've seen 80% of these.
Okay. Well, you know that you're getting some points there for When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, and You've Got Mail. Were all mentioned by Jason.
I thought for sure Jason would have Joe versus the volcano, but he did not.
I thought about it.
That would have been
because
another
Tom
option.
Hanks is in it.
Yep. Right.
It's a rom-com.
Ryan too.
Let us see
rom-com.
if Gene will be able to identify some rom-coms.
You'd think with all my experience on the Smooch podcast, I'd have a lot of things at my fingertips, but I had to actually
Could
take
you
off
have
my
just named
earphones.
5 things that you talked about on Smooch.
Right?
I could no, and here's. But I
calling
had to
Annette
think of
is
what
against
you
the
all
rules,
would
is what you're
say.
saying.
No, I had to think of what you all would say too.
Oh, that's
and
true.
So
That's how this
I
game works.
feel like we may have, somewhere along the line I learned you put When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, You've Got Mail are almost guaranteed. I was like John Cusack. What would everybody say? I said Say Anything. So too bad, Jason. And then the 5th one, I had to take my earphones off so I didn't hear robot talk from the
Same. I did the same thing.
hosts of the show because I was
it's
struggling.
good to know that people appreciate Kathy and me.
Yeah.
I do.
Yes.
You're very. It's hard not to pay attention to you. That's a compliment. Finally, I did come up with Moonstruck, which
Good one.
I should have come up with
Thank
earlier.
you for sharing.
I've seen Say Anything. That's the one where John Cusack has the radio over his head in the rain.
Boombox.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
I
didn't
don't
age
know if
well.
I've seen that movie or have I just seen references to it extensively.
It's a great
No one
movie.
knows.
Yeah. No one knows
Great
for
movie.
sure which one they've seen.
I think I thought it was a great movie at the time, and then I rewatched it and I was like, wow, this is stalker crap.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
It's a problem that we don't rewatch. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say,
go
but
back.
there's something we did on Smooch that is, I don't even think of it anymore as a romantic comedy.
Shelley, were you able to name 5 romantic comedies and or problematic movies?
I mean, ish. Like Jason, I started with the Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan Venn diagram, but after 2 movies, it escaped me. So I had You've Got Mail, When Harry Met Sally, and I couldn't even come up with Sleepless in Seattle, which should tell you something about the rest of my picks. Then I was like, okay, what have we talked about on Smooch and or LTS that qualifies? And so I came up with 10 Things I Hate About You, Palm Springs, and The Philadelphia Story.
Is The Philadelphia Story a rom-com?
Yeah.
It is because she answered it, regardless of
Kathy.
whether or not it
Okay.
actually defines. That's not how this
I
game.
have not seen it.
Yes, it
Tony,
is.
do you
It's-
remember
It is.
Do I
Tony-
remember?
the beginning of this game where you said correct answers
doesn't
don't
matter.
actually matter?
Yeah, I'm just interrogating people because this is a category I don't understand very well. Also, insight into Tony's mind. I sort of saw The Philadelphia Story and I mixed it up with The Philadelphia Experiment.
No.
That is very-
Oh wow.
Not Philadelphia either, and not the
No.
Philadelphians. Which
So
is
it's when Tom Hanks is on
Yep.
a World War
Yeah.
II ship and it gets transported in time.
movie.
Yep. Oh, that one gets you points for both being a rom-com and a conspiracy theory. If only they had gone to Iceland. All right, moving along. Erica, you chose this category. How did you do?
Well, I'm literally wearing my Agents of Smooch t-shirt. So I started with Love Actually because Smooch did 12
yeah.
episodes
Yep.
for Christmas about Love Actually. And then I moved on to When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, and You've Got Mail. And then I am really embarrassed that I didn't think of Joe versus the Volcano because that should be the next one.
Yeah, I know.
Instead, I looped back and I didn't do John Cusack because I'm not a huge fan. I'm a Hugh Grant girl, so I went with 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Yeah, I neglected to mention something that I think happened on a previous game show where I declared all romantic comedies are just movies with Hugh Grant in them, and then I blanked on Hugh Grant.
And then you
Shame on
blanked.
me.
I was
Shame on
counting on
me.
that, Jason, and nope.
My favorite rom-com is Notting Hill, and I didn't list it because I didn't think anybody else would.
I
Well,
considered
you're
it
correct.
You did
about a
correct.
boy, Notting Hill. Like I was, all
Yeah,
of
Hugh
the
Grant.
Richard Curtis movies
Up there with
basically fall into that.
Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan.
Yep.
So not our highest scoring round and not a big range in scores here in that basically most of you got the trifecta of the When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, and You've Got Mail set of points was your only differentiators. Kathy, we got to give some chaos points here.
Yeah.
Who will be found wanting?
Erica is getting a chaos point because she's the only one that mentioned Love Actually, and
Yeah,
I cannot believe nobody else thought of it.
Mhm.
Can't
So
believe it.
Love Actually considered
point.
harmful.
yeah,
Technically, I did mention it. I said I don't consider it a rom-com.
Yeah.
anymore.
Talk
No,
about
it's
movies
true.
that didn't
It's-
age well.
Some of it is,
yeah,
some of it is
Yeah.
not.
yes.
Jason is losing a point because he listed Die Hard.
That's why I
And
should get
I
a
gave him
point,
a-
Tony. I should get a point for that.
No,
What happened to
You
no
know-
wrong answers, Tony?
Die Hard, Christmas movie
Yeah.
or rom-com. You be the judge.
you know.
If they match, it's not a wrong answer, but we can
Yeah.
have chaos points for anything.
All right, I imagine our scores have crept upwards, Kathy.
Indeed. We have Jean with 53 points. Jason has 57. Shelley has 59. Lex has 60. And Erica has a solid 66.
I bet I wouldn't if I had picked robots, so I'm pleased.
Yes.
Yeah. That is the closest thing there is to a strategy in this game. All right, round 5. Jason, spaceships or spells?
Oh man. I'm so upset about that chaos point that what I really want to do is undermine everything by choosing the wrong thing, but it just hurts me. so I'm not going to.
Mhm.
It does.
Spaceships.
All right. 5 spaceships, people, on those forms.
Oh,
That's
it's
what we
fun
need to
doing
see.
well in this game while it lasted.
I always forget that Lex is like a giant nerd, but he's the wrong kind of
The
nerd.
wrong kind of nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
He's
just
one of those like
listened.
theater nerds, and it's like, yeah, I can name 1,000 Weird Al songs, but I don't know what a spaceship is.
Yeah. I just listened to the Random Pursuit with Lex, where he couldn't remember if he had actually played it before. And that was
It's true.
an absolute
It happens.
delight. Absolute delight.
That is the extent of the nerd hazing that I'm prepared to do today.
Yeah.
It's just like, haha, you don't know the names of a lot of spaceships. That's the kind of bullying I do.
Wow.
Take that.
Well, how about some spells, Tony? You don't know
that was
anything
going to
about-
be really hard. I figured we'd
Yeah.
probably get some Harry Potter things.
And some Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I don't really know.
D&D. Yeah,
D&D things. Yeah. Melf's Acid Arrow, Tensor's Floating Disc. Lex would have loved that.
I would have
Yeah.
gotten 0. I'm still thinking I don't have any spells. I was thinking of spelling, like bees, a spelling bee maybe, but I have 0 spells.
I love it. I love
Lex,
it.
you have given us some spaceships, right? Okay. Where you got mad about spells. Are there other places where there are spells?
When people ask
Uh,
me about Lex, I'm
magic
going to say
exists
he
in other
has no
places.
spells. He has no spells.
Oh, no spells?
No
No
spells.
spells.
A fainting spell.
Uh,
I think
Lex,
that's part of it.
Lex,
Oh.
you do improv. Dungeons and Dragons is basically just improv, but with like more it's just like
Structure.
it's just 1,000% less fun, basically.
We got
We
got it. Okay, that's on my to-do
Can I
list
interest
now.
you in that?
On my to-do list now is to get Lex to play D&D because it would be hilarious.
Yes.
I mean, I have played D&D, and my
Um,
oldest loves D&D. So
I was gonna
could
say
be
I would
convinced.
love to play Dungeons and Dragons with Lex. I don't think he would enjoy it, and therefore I don't want to hurt him.
Oh,
So the
Oh,
invitation
no.
is always
Why don't
open.
we roll to see if I would enjoy it?
Oh!
There.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at that. Yeah, you just
Oh,
got less
gosh.
cooler.
Okay, I don't like this.
Oh
round
no.
for-
Oh no.
No.
You're gonna have to make some choices.
I
This is
know.
worse
Everyone's
than the
gonna
United
hate
Kingdom's thing. You're gonna get mail
Everyone's
about
gonna
this.
hate me.
Um,
Oh gosh.
I mean, first off, Kathy, I'm your friend. And also, I just met you and I'm not responsible for your decision. We can work through some of these as a group. But yeah. All right. This is
I
again.
don't know.
What the heck?
I know
gosh,
exactly.
I know.
I have a very
can't-
good
the
idea of what's
anticipation
happening
is
right now.
killing
All
me.
right. Let
Actually,
us.
I know
All
what I
right.
do, too.
Should we break format and just talk about things like just
Okay,
as a
I
group,
think
as a community, we need to come together. And
I am
talk
gonna
about,
need some assistance.
Yeah.
Because I can
When-
make choices, but I'm not.
So here's the very controversial thing. This will be edited out. This is only I have no idea what Steven does. I assume every
Yeah.
time I say this will be edited out. It is not edited out.
Just leaves
I
it.
can start swearing if that
Ha,
helps.
Tony.
Erica's affirming us. Nerds, a peek behind the scenes. Here is the controversial situation that we're in. People have mentioned a popular spaceship from the science fiction series Star Trek. And they have referenced
Star Trek.
Yeah.
I love that show.
people have referenced the Enterprise in a variety of ways, including references to clearly distinct, not the same spaceship enterprises. Your Enterprises A and D,
Oh,
and
I
then
see.
other people who have just said the Enterprise.
I
Uh-huh.
almost put Enterprise A, B, C, D, and E. I was this close.
See, I wish you had done that because then it would have been easier to
That's
make
not
choices.
the controversy
because-
I expected.
Oh, see, that's exactly
no,
the
so
controversy.
Jason-
That's the controversy.
Jason, I think I know what controversy you're thinking of. Because the other option that I am having issues with is the space shuttle,
Yes.
space shuttle Discovery, and just Discovery
Or just space shuttle.
as what that. Yeah.
Or just space shuttle.
So
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh.
That's the controversy I expected. Good.
to see, I figured that
All
was.
right, here's what I'm going to offer, Kathy. Of course,
Yes.
your rule is final. I would just count when people who said Enterprise and Enterprise A, I would count those the same.
Okay. That was kind of what my heart was leaning towards.
Yeah. People who just put a space shuttle versus Space Shuttle Discovery versus Discovery, which could be both a space shuttle or a Starfleet ship.
Right.
I don't know what to do with that.
Good stuff.
You know what? I am in a very giving mood.
She's scoring
You're
with her
welcome.
heart.
Giving.
All right, you're
Yes,
giving those
I'm
all?
going
All
to
right.
give. Yep, I'm going to give them all.
All right.
Even though
I don't think it
yes.
will have a huge impact on anything.
No, it's
So,
really not. But it'll
Yep.
be easier for me to score. So
That is what I like to hear. All
Jason
right.
really did pick the wrong.
Yeah.
answer.
All Jason's fault.
So
But
good
I
job,
knew
Jason,
Jason's-
for
I knew
undermining.
Jason was going to want to
That
talk
was-
about spaceships more than he was going to want to talk about spells.
You
So, Lex, you were able to name 5 spaceships. I'm
Yeah.
proud of you. Can
So
you
proud.
remember what those 5 spaceships that you mentioned were?
No, but my screenshot can. I listed the Millennium Falcon, the USS
popular
Enterprise, the only
Yeah.
Enterprise I know of. So if that affects my score, I'll acknowledge it. Apollo 11, Challenger, and Spaceball 1. Those were the
Okay.
spaceships I listed.
A nice mix of fictional and historical spaceships. I was
Which of those are
concerned when you
fictional?
well, spoilers. I was concerned that you were feeling like you would not be able to name any spaceships, and I was like, some of them are real. You should be
Yeah,
able to
name the real ones. Go for the real ones.
Yeah, the real ones. All right, Gene, how'd you do? Were you able to name 5 spaceships?
I was, but I wasn't very. It's not a diverse group. I stuck
Gene,
to my
I'm familiar
lane.
with who you are. You have a Star Trek podcast. you might be a nerd, Gene.
Spoiler.
Okay, well, Enterprise, the
Yep.
spaceship, not the shuttle. So I don't know. Sorry. Discovery, the spaceship. Voyager, I tried not to name it, but because I knew nobody would pick it but me, but I did because I couldn't
And you
come
were
up with
thinking
anything
of
else.
the Voyager spaceship, not the Voyager minivan, right?
Are great.
And then, it was imprinted on our brain since before the podcast started. I had to say the Cerritos, which is the ship of the lower decks. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, something from Star Wars. Think of something from Star Wars. Millennium Falcon.
I've got a 5th
So-
spot here. I'll give you one thing from
One to
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
Another a
Other
concession.
franchises are available.
Indeed.
Mm. Well done, Gene.
You're
All
kind.
right. Let's see. Shelley, how'd you do on spaceships?
So I put myself within the realms of the various controversies. So I said
Yeah.
Enterprise A, I said Enterprise D, and then I felt I needed to put a Star Wars franchise ship in. So I said Millennium Falcon. And then I said Space Shuttle Discovery. And then, thanks, Lex, I said Apollo 11. I know it's not literally a rocket, but I was really hopeful.
Spaceship.
So-
It's totally a spaceship.
Somebody else
Spaceship.
said it.
It's
Yeah.
a spaceship. That's all that counts. Is to somebody else say it, you get it.
Right. It's for real.
Yeah. Well done. Erica, how'd you do?
I did not put my things down in exactly the same order as Gene, but I think
Yep.
it was exactly the same thing.
Yes.
Because I started with Enterprise, just Enterprise, and then I went to Voyager because Gene's here, and then because we imprinted, I put the Cerritos, and then I put Discovery. Just letting you read whatever you want to into that. And then I did the same thing. I was like, oh, I have another one. What do I do? Star Wars. Think of something from Star Wars. It was the Millennium Falcon.
Wow.
Oh,
Love it.
yeah. So Erica and Gene, full meld points. You got exactly the same slate. And Jason, this was all your fault. You chose this round, caused all kinds of controversy about what is and is not a spaceship.
Indeed.
How many enterprises are there? What's a space shuttle versus a fictional spaceship from Star Trek? Were you even able to name 5 spaceships that other people would thought of?
Well, no, not that other people could think of. You know me, Tony. I'm a big Star Wars fan.
You are a big Star Wars head, as they say.
So I went with USS Enterprise and Millennium Falcon, and then I just decided to think, well, everybody loves Star Wars. I'm going to put down X-Wing, because that's a fun spaceship that people love. Nobody mentioned that. Space Shuttle. I shifted gears to reality. Space Shuttle. And then I wrote down Apollo capsule and deleted it. And then I wrote down Saturn V and deleted it. And then I just put down New Glenn, which, as I pointed out earlier, is a spaceship.
I was thinking about the New Glenn because you said it before. You said it in an excited voice. It was a very formative moment that did not register with any of our other players.
Okay, and in that case, would spelling have counted? Would it have been 1 N or 2?
Spelling does not count.
Yeah, spelling does not count.
Thankfully, since nobody could spell Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, a range of spellings of Millennium Falcon. So, all right. Well, that was exciting. We got some Meld points in there. Am I seeing that you've already reassigned some chaos points, Kathy?
I'm sliding in here. Shelly is getting a -1 chaos point for causing all the drama, not just in the Enterprise, but also in the Space Shuttle Discovery. So hardcore going in there.
All right. I'm giving a point to Jason for New Glenn.
Yay.
That is a Glenn.
It's a callback.
Yep. All right, Kathy, quick score update before we go to the Lex round.
Indeed. We've got numbers. Here we go. Jason and Lex have 72 points. Shelly has 74. Jean has 76. And Erica has 89.
Whoa.
That is a strong lead for Erica. Everyone gun for her now. Think about things that only other people would think about, but not Erica.
Not Erica.
I'm sorry.
Let the record show. I predicted my demise on the show as soon as the previous category was named. Yep. Nobody else picked Spaceball 1? I'm shocked.
Is that from the movie?
Lex, yes. You get to choose our penultimate category. Lex, you will be choosing whether people are going to be naming football teams or furniture, pieces of.
Let's go with football teams.
All right. Surely people will be great at this. I am appreciative that I don't have to talk for a minute about football with Kathy. Kathy, put a minute on that timer. And our players are going to give us some football teams. I'm not going to say anything else that would. So, Kathy, how do you feel about those furniture
cover pieces? Yes. Yes. I enjoy sitting in chairs.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say couch. I guess.
Couch too.
Rocky start there.
Yep. Love beds. Sleeping.
That's pretty good.
Great.
I would, I like to have goals. We talked about that before. Mm-hmm. I would like to have an ottoman someday, mainly because it just seems like a really fun word to be able to say a lot. Ottoman.
That is true. I have a big ottoman that slides into my couch, which makes it like almost a bed, but not really. It's very comfy.
I'm still at that stage of life where a percentage of my furniture that I'd prefer not to reveal is sourced either directly from IKEA or the streets, which is how I keep it real economical.
Yes. That's excellent.
That's me. Nobody wants to know. Nobody wants to know how Tony lives. It's not an uplifting story.
Yeah.
So, and that was a minute of
what they say
furniture
about
talk with Tony and Kathy.
Furniture in the sheets. Furniture in the streets.
Furniture in the streets.
Just furniture.
That is definitely something that people have said.
Wow. We did it. And while that was happening, people identified some sports teams. Wow.
I bet we were let's be honest. Weren't we?
Let's be honest. People did better at this than I would have, but I will still be wow. Okay. There's like sports teams that I would not have listed that almost everybody listed. So this will be exciting. People are not as horrible at this as I thought. See, I had judged you nerds poorly. Yeah. All right, we start with Gene. We end with Lex. Gene, were you able to name 5 football teams?
Oh, yes. I started
Wow.
with the Eagles, the
Go
obvious
Eagles.
pick.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
I think I'm sorry, I have to say I did not screenshot. I believe I said the Jets,
You did.
the
Also a great
49ers,
street gang. Yep. 49ers.
Patriots,
Patriots.
there's the Patriots and the Dolphins.
Dolphins. Okay. Based on my limited knowledge, all of those are football teams. So well done, Gene. Shelly, how'd you do?
I don't know. I tried to sort of do a spread, so let's see how it worked. I said the 49ers.
Yep.
I once lived in California, whatever. The Cowboys, because I'm supposed to care.
Yeah.
The Giants, New York, because they're giant.
Don't want to get them mixed up with those San Francisco
The New
Giants.
York
No,
football
no.
Giants.
Right. And then I said, and I don't know why, because he's not even the scorekeeper, but then I said, Cal Bears, question mark? Are they the Bears? I don't even remember. And I said, Patriots, New England.
Yeah. Well, I will just say, I'm just going to reveal now that no one else wrote Cal Bears question mark. Let's see how this continues.
Suffer from low
Erica.
self-esteem.
Yeah. Erica, were you able to identify 5 football teams?
Yeah, but not as well as I had hoped. I started
Yeah.
with the Eagles because, as Gene said, the obvious choice. And then I said the 49ers for Jason. And then I said the Packers because I'm from Wisconsin. And then I said the Dolphins because I feel like maybe people would know that team.
Positive feelings about the animal. Yeah.
No, actually, my next one is the positive feelings about the animal. I should have gone with the Cowboys. I should have gone along my screen, and I did not. No, I said the Ravens because it's a nerdy sort of a thing.
Yep.
That is so Raven.
That's so Raven. Exactly.
No, that just popped into my head. There we go. I did not pick
Jason?
the Edmonton team, which used to be a slur and is now the Elks.
The Elks.
I considered saying the problematic football team from our nation's capital, but I didn't think anybody would say it. So even though it would have been funny.
Commanders now.
Jason, you're a big sports personer. Oh,
Yeah, he is.
Yes. Sports ball.
Yep.
Yeah,
Big
you talk
fan of
about
the
sports all the
sports.
time, and
I do.
I listen
You
politely.
tune it out.
And certainly now is not a time where you will now answer for all of that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did a little bit of a spread because I tried to get some college in there. Not, of course, the college football team that I attend, but other colleges. So I have the Eagles for Lex, the 49ers for myself, the Dallas Cowboys because they're America's team, but they are. And then I put, again, speaking of teams that I dislike, I put Notre Dame, very popular collegiate football squad. And then I put Michigan because they're also
Which is also a
popular.
state.
They are the national.
Yeah.
It is a state. I did think about only listing locations, thinking that it would magnify, but I didn't do that.
You should go by just full state.
Philadelphia.
The Pennsylvania football team.
A Pennsylvania football team. I picked Michigan. They are the national champions, but I didn't put Kansas City in there, even though they're the NFL champions. So there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is there something about the Eagles that I don't know because it would never have occurred to me to pick
Lex
it?
is the
I
world's
guess
my
biggest
favorite
Eagles
team.
fan.
It's
Yeah.
Lex's favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, thank you, Shelly, for asking the question. So I didn't sound like I don't know anything about our
It's
our guests.
Kathy, Shelley. They're otherwise unnotable.
I used to use a different microblogging service called Twitter. May it rest in peace. And I tweeted about the Eagles so much there that I created a second account called Lex Freagles, just so people wouldn't have to be bothered.
I see.
Which has protected you both, clearly.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
followed that account. I don't really know why.
It's
You're
exists on
supporting your
Mastodon
friends.
too.
Yeah, you know what? No, I'm okay not following it on Mastodon.
Yeah,
It's
smart.
Yeah. So
I'm a little disappointed in everyone here, though. I'm not going to lie, Tony. I did list many teams in common with others. I listed my favorite team, the Eagles, Jason's team, the 49ers. I listed the Cowboys, even though they're terrible, and the New York Football Giants. But I thought,
And then
well,
a
this is
clever
group full of
pick.
nerds, and
Yeah.
it only said football teams, so I
It
listed
did.
AFC Richmond for
Yep.
my fifth
Yep.
team.
Mm.
No one else
Oh.
did.
I considered
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
on soccer.
Lex, it's hard
Very
sometimes
common.
when you come into a group and you're the smartest one there. And
I've never
also,
been that.
Yeah,
Tell me more.
You know,
Tell us more.
What's that
Tony.
like?
Yeah. Yep.
I live with such baggage. All right. Well, this has been a challenging round. Obviously, lots of people identified the Eagles. I'm learning that the 49ers are a football team that people are familiar with. And the Cowboys and Dolphins also exist. Also Patriots and New York City Giants. So there are some points there, but not our highest scoring round. Kathy, no Meld points. How do we feel about chaos points?
Oh, I'm giving a chaos point to Lex for
AFC Richmond?
For
Yeah.
AFC Richmond.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Very fair.
I'm gonna give Shelly a chaos point for Cal Bears question.
Yay.
Thank you.
And they are, Shelley. They are the
Go Bears.
The
Are they
California
bears? Are they?
Golden Bears. Yes.
Golden Bears.
Golden
All
Bears.
right. then.
Sounds like a cereal.
Wow. Yeah, they do.
I mean, I'm still flummoxed that it's the Stanford Cardinal. Like,
Cardinal.
that confuses me.
Color.
It should be
Yeah.
plural. And,
Well, they
right,
used to be
yes.
named for a thing that they had to change the name that was red for bad reasons, and so they just changed it to the
Gotcha.
name of the color, which is
Okay.
Cardinal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next year they'll be in the same conference as Louisville, so then the Cardinal can play the Cardinals, and everyone will be
Ooh.
confused.
Wow.
And that completes Sports
Sports
Corner
Corner.
here.
Oh, you don't want to hear my
Meld.
whole thing about
Moving
teams with the
on.
name Tigers. Anyway.
Nope.
All
Nope.
right.
Nope.
Tight hour here that we're doing, entering our 75th minute. Let's Kathy, final score update as we enter our final round where the rules will change.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Jason has 84 points. Lex has 87. Jean has 89. Shelly has 91. And Erica has topped out at 100 right now. We've got three
Wow.
digits.
I don't think I'm getting
digits.
any more, so I'm very
Well,
happy.
Is
I
this
don't know.
the
You don't know
highest
what the
mind
final
meld
round
scoring
is.
Game?
I
That's
think
what- you know what,
Erica
I
wins no
do
matter
know-
what.
I do know what the final round is. I know that the final round is the
Anyone
most
could win.
stressful of all
Yeah.
of them.
Welcome to the most stressful of all the rounds, the only round where completeness? The only round where correctness counts. You will have to identify something correctly in this category, or Kathy will reject you as a person and a friend.
Wow. Wow.
It's in the rules, Kathy.
Wow. I
also-
have regrets.
But not
You are
you,
going-
Tony. You're still our friend. Is that right? Or
Yeah, nothing could break that bond.
Okay.
Kathy deals in cold hard numbers. I'm the Felix part of
Right.
the equation.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's what
okay.
everybody says about Kathy. She's
Yeah.
That is
heartless and terrible.
Kathy, the calculator Campbell. Yep. So we are going to delay giving you the round as I explain everything else about the round. We're going to go in the order of play. Jean, Shelly, Erica, Jason, Lex. You will have to name a thing in this category promptly, or you're out of the round. You get 10 points for being the last person standing, 8 for second, 6 for third, and so on. If you name something that does not meet this category standards, as arbitrated by Kathy, who has been studying on this 4 weeks, you are eliminated. And if you name something what is just probably slightly more likely that has already been named, you're also out. And if you can't come up with something quickly enough, you are out. Will I identify the thing that we're doing for the final round now? Yes, I will. The final round is trees. That's right, trees. Those things that if you ever leave your house, they're just there. They have names. You will provide us with some of their names. I am thinking specifically of the types of names of trees as named by scientists and gardeners, not names that you might assign them like
Bob
Jerry.
and yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
So,
I think you're done
they have to
vamping.
be-
Let's go.
Agreed upon names. All right. Jean, Shelly, Erica, Jason, Lex. Jean, name a tree.
Oak.
Shelly, name a tree.
Pine.
Erica, name a tree.
Aspen.
Jason, name a tree.
Cedar.
Lex, name a tree.
Redwood.
Jean, name a tree.
Spruce.
Shelly, name a tree.
Cypress.
Erica, name a tree.
Birch.
Jason, name a tree.
The larch.
Sounds made up, but Kathy
I
didn't say
actually
anything. Lex,
nope.
Lex, name a
it's
tree.
accurate.
Palm.
Palm. Jean, name a tree.
Locust.
Shelly, name a tree.
Fir.
Erica, name a tree.
Walnut.
Jason, name a tree.
Eucalyptus.
Lex, name a tree.
Juniper.
Gene, name a tree.
Hazelnut.
Shelly, name a tree.
Mesquite.
Erica, name a tree.
Elm.
Jason, name a tree.
Plum.
Lex, name a tree.
Apple.
Gene, name a tree.
Pear tree.
Shelly,
Pecan.
Erica,
Orange.
Jason,
Peach.
Lex,
Cherry.
Gene,
Mango.
Shelly,
Lemon.
Erica,
Poplar.
Jason,
Tangelo.
Lex,
Conifer.
Gene,
Grapefruit.
Shelly,
Persimmon.
Erica,
Kumquat.
Jason.
Okay, well, Lex said conifer. I'm going to say Douglas fir, which is a very specific kind of fir.
Kathy, we love that.
Yeah, I'm
Lex,
The Great California Sequoia Redwood.
You already said
that's it.
redwood.
You already said redwood.
So
Lex is the first person out. Gene,
You're
name
welcome.
a tree. I'm
Kumquat.
already
Oh,
named.
someone already said kumquat. Gene, you're
Oh, I
out.
missed it.
Shelly, name a tree.
Pomegranate.
Has that not been said?
No, it
Has
has
not been said. Erica, name a tree.
Blue spruce.
Jason, name a tree.
Banyan.
Shelly, name a tree.
Ah!
Erica, name a tree.
Black spruce.
Jason, name a tree.
Sugarloaf.
What? I'm sorry. What?
I said sugarloaf.
Sugarloaf?
Oh, sugarloaf. I heard
I thought he was just
triggerloaf,
talking to
and I
me.
was like,
Yeah. Oh, you little sugarloaf, you. I think it's just Erica and Jason now. Erica,
Yeah.
White fur.
Jason.
Black fir.
Erica,
Cottonwood.
Jason.
Polyester wood.
He's definitely making them up.
and Erica
Kathy.
wins.
And Erica wins a
I had
commanding
two more.
victory for Erica. Who knows?
After I'm out.
I am now remembering that Erica worked for basically Canada's forestry division.
Yes.
of marketing. Erica is in charge of marketing the concept of outside to people.
Yeah, I also had hawthorn and almond.
All right,
And
let me see if
I
I'm.
collect essential oils as well because they smell good and the trees are my favorite. So I was just going down my.
I had
Went
it
through
when
every
I-
tree mentioned in the song Conifers by They Might Be Giants.
Yes. Yes.
I was like, surely
is
there.
for conifer.
Lex, every time we've had you on the final round has been something that you know the song to.
Yes.
True.
It might mean that he knows a lot of songs to things.
He knows a lot
Maybe.
of songs. He likes
Yeah.
listening stuff.
Indeed.
Let's see. How did that affect our scores? So, Erica, you were the last tree standing, so you get 10 points. Jason, you were next to last, so I think you get 8. Who gets 6?
Shelley.
We're Shelly
Shelly.
at
Then
6.
Gene and
Yep.
then
4
Lex.
for Gene and 2 for Lex, hoisted by his own redwood. Well, I don't think it's a huge surprise about who our winner is, but let us go through the formality of describing final scores. What say you?
Hi, I'm
Kathy.
Kathy. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Tony. Nice to meet you.
Hi. We haven't been doing this for a while.
Lex
I'm
has
still
a
fully awake.
very solid 89 points. Jason has 92. Gene has 93. Shelly has 97. And Erica has 110.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
very disappointed that nobody tried to say banana tree because I learned that
Mhm.
bananas trees are not actually
Not
trees.
trees.
And I was like, all of my
You were
research
going to
now
fight us, weren't you?
down in the
Mhm.
dumps.
I think was Joshua Tree the other fake tree that you identified?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Oh.
There were some tree traps planted for you.
Oh, yeah,
I will honestly say,
I also
as
being from Canada, I had maple on my list.
I
too,
know.
and
Oh.
Nobody said maple.
I had
As
a couple
somebody who
after I
had
was
to
out, which was irritating.
maintain
but-
round order, I was impressed at how many trees you were all
I
able to
know.
name.
Many trees.
In
many
stark contrast to some of our earlier rounds where people all went out in the first round.
Yeah.
Yep. Good job, everyone. Well, congratulations to Erica, commanding victory. We can all wish that we were more like Erica, but maybe
Having
Erica
taken a
wishes.
sick day and feeling lousy.
Yeah.
Yes, and yet at the same time, Erica is being rewarded
winning.
for being a little bit like all of us, and that is the lesson that we have learned.
Wow. Well.
Listeners, thank you for listening to Mind Meld. Join us next time here on the Game Show Network. I don't know how the podcast ends. Jason's giving me one of those dead-eye looks. Jason or Erica, is there anything I should be saying at the end of the episode?
Become a member of the Incomparable. Go to
We love our
theincomparable.com/members.
You can do that thing that Lex said. All right.
Does this work? Can I do this?
Can the listeners hear that or just us?
Is this the Mind Meld music?
It
Or
is.
is it just
I know this. Oh, nice.
All right.
Just a little Mind Meld music.
All right.
I love it.
Oh my God.
We
Recording.
did it, people. All
Recording.
right.
Who
I am
said
stopping my
kumquat? Who
recording.
said kumquat? Because those are all
I
trees
did.
in my grandma's backyard in
Mine
Miami.
too.
Yes.
I love that there was
Okay.
a run on fruit trees. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was waiting. Honestly,
Yeah.
I was surprised it took 3 rounds
Yeah.
to get to the
I
fruit
was-
trees.
I think the tricky thing at that point, it's like they come fast, which then makes keeping track of whether you've said something that somebody else has said. You know, it's like there's a difficulty to that. All right, where do these files go for game
Let's
shows?
say goodbye to the live stream.
They
Goodbye,
go.
live stream.
Yes.
Yes.
We're
Bye.
shutting
Bye,
things
live
down.
stream.
Thank you so much for
Bye.
being part of this experiment.
you.
Goodbye.
Mwah.